How every superhero got their superpower. Let's go.
Iron Man. Before becoming Iron Man, Tony Stark was a billionaire playboy.
Wait. How did Iron Man even get his power? Uh, I think he got it with an iron. I think something like that. He got it with iron, and then it became Iron Man. I don't know, but I think it's similar. Like someone threw, like it was fighting. If I remember correctly, though, I think he was fighting, and while he was fighting, someone threw something, and then boom, the metal stuff hit his chest, and that was how he became Iron Man. But let's go.
Inventor and the CEO of Stark Industries, one of the largest weapons manufacturers in the world. But
Okay.
everything changed after he was kidnapped in Afghanistan. While being held captive, Tony built his very first Iron Man suit using nothing but recycled scrap metal and leftover missile parts.
I thought he actually was that it. That's actually strange. But
Allowing
let's
him
continue.
to escape. That moment completely changed his life and marked the beginning of his mission to protect Earth alongside some of Marvel's greatest heroes. Unlike many of the heroes he would eventually fight beside, Tony never had any superpowers. Instead, he relied
Oh.
entirely on his genius-level intellect.
Wait. So it didn't happen. Then how did he have how was what was the use of the stuff on his chest? I legit thought that was his source of, like, that was his superpower, that this stuff he got hit by metal stuff on his chest, and then he became a superhero. But that's crazy though. Damn.
Designing increasingly advanced armors and weapons powerful enough to stand toe-to-toe with some of the strongest beings in the entire Marvel
Damn.
universe.
That was crazy.
Captain America. Steve Rogers was
Okay. How did Captain America got his superpower? Yo, does he even have a superpower? That's crazy. Let's see. I never knew Captain America had a superpower.
scrawny, sickly kid from Brooklyn who was given the opportunity to take part in Project Rebirth, a
Damn.
top-secret military program designed to create the world's first super soldier.
Damn.
After being injected with the super soldier serum, Steve's body was transformed to the absolute peak of human perfection.
Seriously. So he got injected. Bro, I was it's still my goat though. Like, yeah. It's still my goat. Regardless. Let's go.
He instantly grew stronger, taller, and healthier,
Damn.
with every disease and physical weakness completely cured.
Damn.
On top of that, he gained incredible strength, enough to bench press over 1,000 pounds, run at speeds of up to 60 miles per hour,
Damn.
and withstand blows that would seriously injure an ordinary person. He became a heroic symbol while fighting in World War II, but after being frozen in ice for decades, he awakened in the modern world, where he continued using his powers to protect Earth and become a part of the Avengers.
Wow, that was actually crazy.
Bruce Banner was recruited by the US military to recreate the super
How did Dog become a superhero? I think Hulk fell into a pit. That's what I think. I think he fell into a pit and then drank too much of the sewages, and instead of those things actually affecting him, they turned into something that helped him. That's why he's all green and like all aggressive, because it's all sewage, all from like gutter. But let's see though.
soldier serum that transformed Steve Rogers into Captain America. But
He
after a
drank the
failed
same thing.
experiment involving massive amounts of gamma radiation, Bruce accidentally triggered the creation of the Hulk for the very first time. From that moment on, whenever Bruce's
So what you're telling me is Hulk is like this what do you call it? 40 version of Captain America. Like the bad version of Captain America. Wow. Just wow. That's actually crazy though. And it's actually good too. If I was Captain America, I would have been pissed, bro. I would have been really pissed knowing that the crazy things that Hulk can do, I would have been able to do it too. If my own experiment was just 40. So the 40 experiment was much better than the original one. That's crazy work right there. But let's continue.
stress or anger reached a certain level, he would transform into a massive green monster.
Damn.
In this form, he possesses incredible superhuman strength, allowing him to lift thousands of tons and is
Damn.
virtually immune to most conventional attacks,
Damn.
including gunfire, explosions, and many energy-based attacks,
Damn.
making him one of the strongest heroes on Earth. Thor.
Thor. My opinion, I think Thor got struck by lightning. That's why he can use lightning. I think he got hit by lightning. He was probably working on this armor. I think he was once a carpenter. Thor was once a carpenter, and he was working on a project building. I think he was building an ark, and it was raining during the time of Noah, when it was God told Noah to build an ark. Thor was one of these people that was building the ark, and while he was building it and the rain was coming heavy, everyone was already outside. The ark started dripping and it started leaking. So to avoid it from sinking, Orc ran outside. Sorry, not Orc. Thor ran outside, took his armor and started armoring the ark, and then lightning struck him, and then like the lightning came and entered his armor, then struck him, and that was how he became Thor. He started controlling lightning and became God of Thunder. But let's see what they talk about. But that's what I think happened to Thor.
Thor is the first entry on this list who was actually born with all of his powers. He comes from the Asgardian royal blood.
Seriously, bro, I never knew this nigga was born with his power. I thought he got it, bro. Like, all right, yeah. I think I'm not watching the same thing as everyone else. Then that's crazy
Bloodline,
work.
whose members are born with divine cosmic abilities. Each Asgardian god rules over a specific domain, and Thor inherited the power of the god of thunder. These divine abilities make him vastly superior to any ordinary mortal. As the god of thunder, Thor has complete control over lightning and storms, allowing him to generate and channel lightning directly
over
from
lightning
his
and
own life
storms.
force.
Over lightning and storms. So like he can control wind. He can also control rain. I've not seen him done any of that though.
He also possesses immense superhuman strength, capable of lifting billions of tons, and durability so extreme that he survived being burned in the heart of a dying star
Damn.
and recovered shortly afterward. Loki.
Loki.
Loki was the brother of...
Yeah, Loki. I don't really know how he got his... He was the brother of Thor. Okay, so it's the same thing then.
Thor,
yeah, it was born
growing
with
up
his
alongside
powers.
him as a prince of Asgard. But unlike his brother, Loki wasn't born with divine cosmic powers.
Then
or
what
the
happened
abilities
to
of an
him?
Asgardian
God
god.
damn.
This was because he was actually a frost giant who had been abandoned as a baby before Odin found him.
Loki is a giant. Bro, what am I even listening to, bro? Loki is small as fuck. Nigga, this man is small. Jesus. Hold up. This man is small, bro.
Being a frost giant naturally gave Loki superhuman strength, durability, and longevity, making him powerful enough to easily overpower ordinary humans and even super soldiers. However, compared to Thor, he was considered far weaker, with Thor consistently overpowering him whenever the two fought. Realizing he could never compete with his brother through physical strength alone, Loki turned to sorcery and magic. He trained under his adoptive mother, Frigga, who was herself a master sorceress, and spent centuries mastering illusions, deception, and powerful magic, making them his greatest weapons.
Oh, now that's actually explained a lot about Loki, though. I never knew all these things about Loki, but crazy.
Unlike Thor, Loki wasn't born with most of the powers he would become famous for. Instead, he spent hundreds of years honing his magical abilities, eventually becoming one of the most skilled sorcerers in the MCU and earning the title the God of Mischief.
Yeah, that's actually crazy
Hawkeye.
work.
Clint Barton is a normal human with...
Yeah, there's no need for me to even say anything about this guy.
No superpowers at all, but from a very young age he displayed an incredible talent for marksmanship, especially with a bow and arrow. As he grew older, Clint worked as a mercenary, using a bow and specialized arrows as his primary weapons. His aim became so precise that he developed a reputation for never missing a shot, no matter how difficult the target, which caught the attention of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nick Fury personally recruited him into the organization, where Clint became one of its most skilled and deadliest operatives. Black Widow.
Oh, yeah, Black Widow. This is actually what happened to Black Widow. This is what happened to Black Widow. Black Widow was a black woman, right? She wasn't white before. She was actually a black woman. Then when her husband ended, so she She was frustrated, she was tired, then she ran away, and while she was running, she was sweating, and the sweat was attracting sun. So sun burnt her, and when the sun burnt her, she became a white black widow. But she's actually a black woman. Like, but I like her so much. Like, yeah, that's what happened to her. That's what gave her the supernatural strength around that. So yeah.
Natasha Romanoff is another normal human with no superhuman abilities at all. But as a child, she was taken
No
into the
superhuman
top-secret Soviet
abilities.
training program known as the Red Room, where young girls were brutally trained to become elite assassins.
Oh damn.
It was said that only 1 in 20 survived the program.
Oh
Those who
damn.
did survive were transformed into masters of martial arts, weapons, espionage, and infiltration.
Damn.
Natasha eventually became one of the deadliest assassins in the world, carrying out missions for the KGB with ruthless efficiency.
That's some crazy work.
She
right
became
there.
so dangerous that Nick Fury originally sent Hawkeye to eliminate her. Instead, Clint saw the good in her and convinced her to defect. Natasha was then
Are you sure he saw the good? Are you sure it was the good that he saw? Or the I'm pretty sure that wasn't the good, that was the boobs, nigga. Bro didn't see any good, he saw the boobs, bro. Come on, let's stop, like, bro, come on, let's stop kidding ourselves. I'm not some little children here telling us they saw the good in our nigga. Shut up, bro.
recruited into S.H.I.E.L.D., where she went on to become one of the organization's greatest agents and, according to Nick Fury, one of their most valuable assets. Spider-Man.
Oh,
Peter
Spider-Man.
Parker was just
Bruh,
a
come on, everyone knows about Spider-Man. Spider-Man got bitten by a spider and got and yeah.
normal teenager when he was bitten by a radioactive spider, giving him a unique set of superhuman abilities that transformed him into Spider-Man. The bite granted him incredible powers, including superhuman strength great enough to rival a super soldier, enhanced agility and reflexes, and durability strong enough to survive impacts such as being hit by a moving train. But Peter also developed unique spider-like abilities. He can naturally cling to walls and ceilings and possesses his famous spider sense, a subconscious danger warning system that alerts him to threats before they happen, allowing him to dodge attacks even while blindfolded or unconscious.
Wait, but this is a question I want to ask though. If Spider-Man is so sharp, like he has these spider senses, did he get it from Spider? Because bro, I freaking like bro, I spider every time. Like and when I see one, they're gone. They don't have like they can't even stop me. They are not strong. They have no agility, nothing, bro. Only the webs. I just see them, they are gone. They don't even have the time to think about it. Like, bro, where did you get those senses from? Those supernatural abilities from? God damn. That's not from no Spider-Man.
But beyond his superpowers, Peter is also a genius. With an intellect comparable to Tony Stark's, he has repeatedly relied on his intelligence to outsmart enemies far stronger than him.
Now, thinking about it, that's actually true. Looking back at it, all these Spider-Man versions, they all created their suits, their web, everything by themselves. That's crazy. I didn't really think about it in the general, like because they had this superpower, it actually covered the fact that they're actually very smart. Damn.
Himself, making him one of the smartest heroes in the MCU.
Yeah, that was actually valid.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Carol
She was an aircraft flighter. She flew plane and flew plane and flew plane and flew plane, and then she got into a captain. She turned into a captain. But the problem here was that she wasn't enough. They had to look for another captain, which is Marvel. So when they brought in the captain, she became Captain Marvel. Because the Marvel wasn't even flying a plane, and like things was just going everywhere. They couldn't even drive a car anymore. And the boat they were using to pass the sea collapsed immediately. So like, bro, I don't even know how like she's in the Avengers.
Danvers was once a normal human and an elite U.S. Air Force pilot. Her life changed completely after she was exposed to a massive burst of cosmic energy from the Tesseract, which contained the Space Stone.
Oh,
That explosion of cosmic power transformed her into something far beyond human,
Damn.
granting her godlike abilities
Damn.
and rewriting her genetic structure.
Damn.
She gained the ability to fly at extreme speeds, survive in the vacuum of space, and travel between planets.
That's
On top
actually
of that,
crazy.
she possesses immense superhuman strength
That's actually
and
crazy
can unleash
OP.
devastating photon blasts capable of obliterating her enemies.
Now that's too OP.
But her most powerful state is her binary form. In this form, her entire body erupts in a blazing aura of pure cosmic energy, Her eyes glow white,
Damn.
and her physical limits are completely removed. Her
Damn.
strength and durability rise to a near planet-cracking level, allowing her to tear through alien warships, overpower Thanos, and even reignite a dying star.
That's crazy.
This makes
work.
Captain Marvel one of the most powerful beings in the
Yeah, she's
entire
actually
MCU.
very strong. Yeah, she's one of the
Wanda
most powerful.
Maximoff.
Wonder
Another one of the most
Woman. Okay, so Wonder Woman. What happened to Wonder Woman was, I think she was fighting with Superman. Then Superman punched her so hard and she flew into Marvel Universe. I think that was something that happened, but I don't know yet. But like, she didn't want to show any physical strength again, any physical ability, anything that could like make people notice that she's Wonder Woman. So she started learning magic just like Loki, and then like, yeah, started doing all of these things. But yeah.
Powerful beings in the MCU is Wanda Maximoff, who was actually born with her powers, but remained dormant until later in life when she was experimented on by Hydra using Loki's scepter, which housed the Mind Stone. The Mind Stone exposed Wanda to its cosmic energy, awakening her latent magical abilities and transforming her from what seemed to be an ordinary human into an incredibly powerful witch.
Wow, that's actually
She gained
crazy.
the ability
She's
to
a
manipulate
witch.
minds, unleash devastating energy blasts, create powerful force fields, and move objects with her telekinesis. Over time, Wanda continued mastering her magic, eventually learning how to fly, teleport using her signature red chaos energy,
Damn.
and manipulate reality itself. As the Scarlet Witch, she is widely considered to be the single
Damn.
most powerful magic user in the entire MCU.
No, that's crazy work, right? there.
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is
How did Doctor Strange get his power? I really don't know. But I think he got into something strange. And then while he was trying to fix it, he saw himself in the movie Stranger Things. So for him to get back, he had to like unleash this force in him, and he shouted so hard when he was doing that stuff. So he left the Stranger Things and took back the stuff that was chasing him. So he kind of ate it, and the apple was never that sweet because when I was testing it, it was just like something that was already. It was a green. I don't like, bro. It was just strange. So like, that was how he got his power. But I did not really eat much of it though. I just ate a little bit, but that was what happened.
also considered one of the strongest magic users in the MCU, but unlike Wanda, he earned his powers through years of intense study and training. Stephen Strange was once a world-renowned neurosurgeon whose career came to an end after a horrific car crash severely damaged the nerves in his
Damn.
hands. Desperate to heal himself, he searched for every possible cure, a journey that eventually led him to Kamar-Taj, where he met the Ancient One, who introduced him to the existence of magic. Through years of mastering the mystical arts, Strange became one of the greatest sorcerers in the world.
Damn.
He learned to cast countless powerful spells, create magical weapons
Damn.
and shields, manipulate space and reality,
Damn.
travel between dimensions, and battle some of the most
What? He can turn into Spider-Man too. That's crazy.
powerful beings in the entire Marvel Universe. Sam Wilson. Sam
I don't
Wilson
know
was a
this
normal
guy.
human who was once one of the best
Oh, I know
pararescue men
him.
in
He's
the
called the
US Air
Falcon.
Force. He was
He's
selected
called
for a
Falcon.
top-secret military program
yeah.
that equipped him
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
advanced
I know him.
XO-7 Falcon wingsuit,
Yeah, it's called
allowing
Falcon.
him to carry out high-risk rescue missions. Sam later teamed up with Captain America to take down Hydra, using the wingsuit in combat for the first time. From that point on, he became known as the Falcon.
Yeah.
He eventually joined the Avengers and, over the years, received increasingly advanced Falcon suits equipped with powerful weapons, enhanced flight systems, and cutting-edge technology. Despite having no superpowers, he was able to fight alongside Earth's mightiest heroes against some of the deadliest alien armies in the universe.
Yeah.
Bucky Barnes.
Ah.
Bucky Barnes was a soldier in World
What? I don't even know him. How do I not know this? Bro.
War
I'm
II
not even-
and Steve Rogers'
Oh my
best
God,
friend,
bro.
with the two serving together in the elite unit known as the
Oh, I
Howling
know him.
Commandos. Bucky
Bucky
was regarded as one of the most skilled soldiers in the
I know
war,
him.
excelling as a sniper
Yeah,
and in
I know him.
hand-to-hand combat. However, Bucky was eventually captured by Hydra and subjected to their version of the super soldier serum, turning him into a super soldier with strength comparable to Captain America.
Damn.
After falling from a train, he was recovered by Hydra once again and brainwashed into becoming the Winter Soldier, a highly dangerous sleeper agent used for covert assassination missions. Years later, he was eventually freed from his conditioning, allowing him to reclaim his identity and fight alongside Earth's heroes as a force
Oh,
for
okay,
good.
now I understand.
Bucky's abilities come from both his elite combat training and the Super Soldier Serum, which enhances his strength, durability, and overall combat effectiveness. Together, they make him one of the most capable fighters in the MCU.
Damn.
Yelena Belova. Yelena Belova
This Wonder Woman younger sister. I think she was escaping with Wonder Woman and then she got kidnapped, something like that.
was Natasha Romanoff's sister and was also raised in the brutal Red Room, where she was trained from childhood to become one of the deadliest assassins in the world. Like Natasha, she mastered combat, stealth, weapons, and espionage at an elite level. However, unlike her sister, Yelena was also subjected to chemical mind control that stripped away her free will and turned her into a fully controlled agent of the Red Room. After eventually breaking free from that control, Yelena became a high-level mercenary, taking on dangerous missions across the world while trying to define her own identity outside of her past. She was later recruited by Valentina Allegra and became a member of the Thunderbolts, joining a new team of operatives working together in the MC.
This bunch of weak ass. The only person I see that has the little stuff is this guy. This guy at the back right here. This one at the back right here. He's the only one that fits to be in the Avengers. He's the only one that fits to be in the Avengers. You see these ones. You see these ones. Okay. Bucky is also here. Bucky is there. Bucky and this guy. But you see, like, cutting out these ones like this, all of them. What am I even doing? Yeah, this guy right here. This guy right here is the only one fitted to be the Avenger. But this guy and Bucky. Now you see all these ones. 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 Yeah. GG's.
The U.S. agent. John Walker was a highly
decorated
military veteran chosen
this is the
by
one
the
I'm
U.S.
talking
government
about.
to become the new Captain America after Steve Rogers' retirement. He was a normal human with no superpowers, but served as a disciplined and capable soldier in the U.S. military, officially taking on the mantle of Captain America. However, consumed by an inferiority complex and overwhelmed by the pressure of Steve Rogers' legacy, Walker eventually took the Super Soldier Serum. After the death of his tactical partner Battlestar, he was driven into rage and brutally killed the person responsible, an act that led to him being stripped of the Captain America title. Later, he was recruited by Valentina Allegra and joined the Thunderbolts under a new identity, the U.S. Agent. Like Bucky Barnes, Walker already possessed elite military training and combat skills, with the serum simply amplifying his physical abilities and pushing him to an even more dangerous level.
Yeah, he's weak.
The Red Guardian.
Same with
Alexei
this guy.
Shostakov was a highly decorated pilot.
I don't know why they're
athlete,
mixing these
and
guys.
soldier
Bro,
for the Soviet
you're not supposed
Union.
to be mixing these guys with the Avengers, but they are weak as freak. Damn. God damn. God damn. They are, oh, God damn, bro.
During the Cold War. Because of his peak human performance, he was selected to take part in the Soviet Super Soldier program. The Soviet Union created this program in an attempt to counter Captain America, developing their own enhanced soldiers capable of rivaling him. Alexei received a Soviet version of the Super Soldier Serum and was transformed into their answer to Captain America, the Red Guardian. With his enhanced strength, speed, durability, and combat skill, he became a symbol of Soviet power during the Cold War, operating as the USSR's equivalent of Captain America. However, after being betrayed by the nation he served, Alexei was eventually sidelined and forgotten. Years later, he would find a new purpose and become part of the Thunderbolts, fighting alongside a new team of heroes.
Bro, the Thunderbolts, the Thunder trash, man. God damn.
Ava Starr was the daughter of Elias Starr.
Who is Ghost? I've never heard this one before.
A quantum physicist working on the development of the first quantum tunnel. But after a catastrophic experiment went wrong, the tunnel exploded, killing her parents. But somehow, Ava survived. Instead of dying, she was bombarded by raw quantum energy. The explosion destabilized her cells, causing them to constantly break apart and reassemble, leaving her involuntarily phasing through solid matter like a living glitch. S.H.I.E.L.D. later created a specialized containment suit to help stabilize her condition and control her phasing. However, they also forced her to work as a Black Ops assassin under the codename Ghost. She
now I know.
gained the ability to phase through virtually anything, making her untouchable in combat.
Now I know.
Bullets, punches, and physical attacks simply passed through her body. Eventually, she was recruited by Valentina Allegra and joined the Thunderbolts, shifting from a forced weapon into a more independent hero role. Sentry. Bob Reynolds was a former meth addict struggling with...
This is the only person I think has the ability, has the qualifications to actually be in the Avengers. The others are trash, bro, for real.
Severe mental health issues. Looking for a way out, he volunteered for a highly classified experiment called Project Sentry, run by the Oxy Group and Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, where he was injected with a hyperpotent cosmic-level version of the super soldier serum known as the Sentry Serum. Bob became the only surviving test subject, and it transformed him into a being with godlike abilities, essentially making him the MCU's closest equivalent to Superman.
Yeah.
He became an unstoppable
Even
force,
worse. Even
easily
worse.
overpowering the entire Thunderbolts roster combined.
It was even
Bullets,
worse.
blades, and even heavy explosives have no effect on him whatsoever. He can fly at hypersonic, near-light-speed velocities and project devastating solar energy bursts from his body and hands, capable of massive destruction. However, due to Bob's bipolar disorder, the serum also created a dark alternate personality known as the Void. The Void can disintegrate anything it touches through its shadow and can spread across entire cities, trapping people in a psychological dimension where they are forced to relive their deepest fears and traumas. Thanks for watching. Let me know which hero...
So that was it. Like, that was actually cool. Like, ooh, god damn, bro. All right. Yeah, it was nice and all that, but GG's boys.